Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing WWE Hot Takes Season 2, Episode 5. And in this week's episode, we will have 8 hot takes instead of the normal 6, as we're going to be having 2 hot takes from the Royal Rumble, 2 hot takes from Monday Night Raw, 2 hot takes from NXT, and finally 2 hot takes for Friday Night SmackDown. What's your hot take of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. With that being said, I hope everybody continues to have an amazing day, and without further ado, let's get to... And our first hot take of the week takes us to the Royal Rumble. Charlotte winning the Royal Rumble was the worst booking decision in WWE history. Well, I really feel like there was a lot of women in this Royal Rumble match as you started to get towards the end that definitely felt a lot more deserving. Io Sky, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, the Iron Women of this Royal Rumble, and Charlotte Flair. We knew she was going to be in the Royal Rumble, but she was gone for over a year. Having her come back and win the Royal Rumble in her first match and really taking it away from all the women in the locker room who grinded all year to get to this point. I really felt like it was another selfish move in the career of Charlotte Flair. And she did become the first woman in WWE history to win the Royal Rumble twice now. So I really felt like there was a lot more women in this match, like I said, that would have probably looked a lot better in that spotlight this year. Liv Morgan would have been a great never give up on it type of win in the Royal Rumble. Third time would have been the charm. Going to WrestleMania to finally get the spot that she's been working the last 3 years for would have been a great story. I really felt like Roxanne Perez coming up from NXT and being the first woman from NXT to win the Royal Rumble would have told a great see, look, we can do it too type story. I felt like Io Sky would have had that same type of gravitational pull, considering it would have been her first. I don't think you would have had a wrong option between the 3 women, and I think all those 3 women would have been a better choice than giving the spotlight back to a woman like Charlotte Flair, who has had the spotlight her entire career. She's got a Hall of Fame resume that she could share amongst 5 or 6 women in the back of the locker room and still have some left for herself. So I really feel like this Royal Rumble victory wasn't really needed or really wanted. The initial reactions that I saw, were not too pleasing with the fans in this situation, and honestly, I'm right there with them. At the end of the day, I really feel like Charlotte winning the Royal Rumble was the worst booking decision in WWE history. And our second hot take of the evening leads us to the men's Royal Rumble match. Having John Cena getting to the final 2 just to lose the Rumble was a huge tease. Well, this was John Cena's last Royal Rumble as he has started his final farewell tour in 2025. And honestly, John Cena was trying to tie Stone Cold Steve Austin for the most Royal Rumble wins in WWE history. and he really battled throughout this Rumble, not taking anything away from the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso. It was definitely well deserved, no question about it. Great to see Jey Uso headlining WrestleMania 41. But John Cena was on his last chance. It was the last chance for hustle, loyalty, and respect. And he made it down to the final two, so he was kind of like Jey Uso's final boss. But at the same token, I'm not against Jey Uso winning, but it did look a little cheesy to see Jey Uso eliminate John Cena just by hitting a drop kick when John Cena was on the apron. I thought that was kind of silly. I really thought Jey Uso could have hit John Cena with like 3 drop kicks, sending John Cena dazed on the ropes and having Jey Uso come flying in with the eliminating clothesline in order to be able to book his ticket. Would have made Jey Uso look a lot more dominant of a superstar, in my opinion. I think that would have been a lot better of an ending. I don't know if it was done on purpose or if it was scripted in to have John Cena do that. It was great to see that John Cena was in the post-show afterwards saying he was going to be in the Elimination Chamber match, so we knew that his chance to headline WrestleMania one more time was still alive, which is great to see. But I just thought that the Royal Rumble could have had a more cinematic ending. I think the arena would have blew off when Jey Uso hit that flying clothesline to eliminate Cena, and just to have him eliminated by a little drop kick, I really thought was cheesy. But having John Cena getting down to the final two just to lose the Rumble really was a huge tease. And our third hot take of the week will take us to Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And why did Rhea Ripley help Liv Morgan to qualify for the Women's Elimination Chamber match? Liv Morgan was going one-on-one with Io Sky in a qualifying match on Monday Night Raw. So about 30 minutes or so before the match, Liv Morgan found and Raquel Rodriguez found Io Sky and Rhea Ripley face to face backstage. So they both just pushed them into the timekeeper's area. They went behind the boxes and acted like they got jumped. Raquel Rodriguez got a couple of kicks in there before they ended up running away and coming back to laugh at them, which led us into the match itself, which these two women were really doing a great job of going back and forth, but I don't understand what Rhea Ripley was thinking here. Honestly, all she did was come in and give Liv Morgan the match because she was in such a blind rage to get her hands on Liv Morgan while she was in the middle of qualifying for the match. Threw the whole rule book out the window. And Liv Morgan ended up laughing about it in the end. And Io Sky was looking at Rhea Ripley like, why did you do that to me? Like, and honestly, I wondered the same thing. It made absolutely no sense whatsoever within the kayfabe storyline between these four women. But it did throw a huge wrinkle into the game plan, and it definitely benefited Liv Morgan. But honestly, it just made no sense unless Rhea Ripley wants Liv Morgan to win inside the Women Elimination Chamber match so they get their rematch at WrestleMania 41 because Charlotte picks Tiffany Stratton. I could see that kind of thing going down, but if it doesn't lead to that, Rhea Ripley helping Liv Morgan win via disqualification was honestly a very silly chapter to this feud between these four women, and it's got me left confused asking, why did Rhea Ripley help Liv Morgan to qualify for the Women's Elimination Chamber match? And our fourth hot take of the week: will we see Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 41? Honestly, Monday Night Raw had one of the best endings it's had in a long time this week. Sami Zayn got beat by CM Punk in the men's qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber match, which now John Cena and CM Punk has qualified for. And then Kevin Owens came out and hit a devastating pile driver to Sami Zayn. And it was on at that point because Sami Zayn was just completely laid out. Really hope and wish for the best for Sami Zayn after taking that devastating pile driver from the hands of Kevin Owens. But it looks like we're really building towards something here. And I personally would keep Sami Zayn on the sideline for about 4 or 5 weeks until the Chamber. And I would have Kevin Owens just go up on every single show, calling Sami Zayn a coward, asking why he's not responding to him or anything like that. And then Sami Zayn just comes back and really takes over the feud as it bleeds into WrestleMania 41. I really feel like that would be the best avenue to go with that feud. I do think absence makes the heart grow fonder would be brilliant in this situation here. Let Sami Zayn be away for a good 50-60% of it before he comes back for the last half of it. Is going to really build this feud up and give it the time to be able to tell the great story that it could tell. Because when Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn sit down and go one-on-one, it's always brilliant. It's always a masterpiece. It's always a 25 to 30 minute clinic on how professional wrestling should be done. And honestly, I think that these two have yet to show the world the best versions of themselves. And I think it could all culminate at WrestleMania 41. And I personally would love to see it. Please put it on the card for me. Hook it in my veins. The big question for me at the end of the night is, will we see Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 41? And our fifth hot take of the week will take us down to NXT. Is the top of the mountain in the NXT women's division getting crowded? This past Tuesday on NXT, we had Roxanne Perez and Bayley in the ring talking about how Roxanne Perez was going to recapture the women's title at Vengeance Day on February 15th. And that prompted Julia to come out, considering, well, she's the NXT Women's Champion and the third person in their triple threat match at Vengeance Day. They talked about how Julia was going to retain the title, and then Charlotte Flair came out. Charlotte was on NXT for the first time in over 10 years, and she talked about how she could pick Julia for WrestleMania opponent, and she reminded NXT that when she won the Royal Rumble in 2020, she picked an NXT Women's Champion to face and ended up winning the NXT Women's title at WrestleMania, so don't think she won't do it again. And then literally out of nowhere, we had Cora Jade show up and blind attack Bayley and Julia before Roxanne Perez was able to recognize what was going on and avoid an attack from Cora Jade and get out of Dodge. And Cora Jade was left the woman in the ring holding up the NXT Women's title, as we now got 5 women that are feuding over the NXT Championship. I'm definitely not against it. It really shows how important the women's division is in NXT, and throughout 2024, the NXT women in this division have claimed that the NXT women's division is the best women's division in all of professional wrestling, and with the superstars that they have and the depth that they have, honestly, I could see why it's being said. But there are 5 women right now that are dying to get their hands on Julia's NXT Women's Championship. And I do like that there's people that are up at the top of the mountain. And honestly, the big question of the day is the top of the mountain in the NXT women's division getting crowded? And our 6th hot take of the week: will Fandango become the next NXT Heritage Cup champion? Well, this past Tuesday, Lexis King was in the ring, the current NXT Heritage Cup champion, and he announced that while he is the NXT Heritage Cup champion, it will be 1 fall to a finish instead of 2 out of 3 falls wins the cup. And he talked about how he was going to be the NXT Heritage Cup champion forever, and all of a sudden Fandango's music hit. He came down to the ring. I believe he said he wanted to be referred to as JTC. So I guess that's what we're calling him, Fandango / JTC. But he wanted, and he already got it approved by Ava in the back, that next week on NXT, Lexis King will defend the Heritage Cup against JTC. And I can't wait to see this match, honestly. I really think that these two are very even superstars when it comes down to promo work and when it comes down to in-ring ability. These two seem to be very even keel, and I think it could honestly go either way. If Fandango or JTC can't come out with the win, he's still in TNA and part of the deal that TNA and NXT's got going on right now. So it's great to see those two companies merging and seeing superstars from each other's show up to the other show. That's how we got to see Joe Hendry last year. That's how Ethan Page made his way to NXT. So I really like the avenue that they're doing here. I hope we get to see Nick Nemeth in NXT. I think that's a name that could pop bells. But next week we're going to be seeing Lexis King go one-on-one with JTC, formerly known as Fandango, for the NXT Heritage Cup. And I can't wait to sit down and watch it. It doesn't matter which way it goes, in my opinion. I think the NXT has an avenue, no matter who comes home with the title. But the big question that a lot of people want to know is, will Fandango become the next NXT Heritage Cup champion? And our 7th hot take of the week will take us down to Friday Night SmackDown. Piper Niven should have qualified for the Women's Elimination Chamber match. We had Piper Niven going one-on-one with Bianca Belair, with Bianca Belair qualifying for the Women's Elimination Chamber match. But I do think that there is different avenues that they could have gone down here. I think Piper would have been a very dominant force inside that chamber, and I think it would have added an element of fear to this match to see Piper Niven just onslaught in the Elimination Chamber like Shayna Baszler did in 2020. But I think that Bianca Belair and Naomi are really missing out on being able to defend the women's tag team titles at the Elimination Chamber. It's going to be difficult for Bianca Belair to go double duty, but I think that Piper Niven would have done excellent inside the chamber itself. I really feel like she would have probably been the Nia Jax of the Rumble, the big heavyset favorite of the Rumble, considering that she would have been in there with somebody like Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss, who have already qualified as well. I think it would have really balanced things out better when it came to the Elimination Chamber card, because I think that we definitely need about 4 or 5 matches on the pay-per-view card. I think 4 was really low with the Royal Rumble, and I'm hoping to see at least 5 or 6 for this one. But Piper Niven is a woman that is highly underlooked and normally doesn't get that type of spotlight. Bianca Belair's been there, done that, could still get there and do that in a tag team match with Naomi for the belts at the Elimination Chamber. But I think Piper Niven would have been very dominant at the Chamber, and I think it really would have helped elevate her character into the women's main event scene. It would have made her look even more feared in the locker room. But at the end of the day, I really felt like it was a missed opportunity for WWE, as I really felt like Piper Niven should have qualified for the women's Elimination Chamber match. And our final hot take of the week, Pretty Deadly earning a tag team title match was silly but well deserved. Pretty Deadly was in an altercation in the ring with DIY this past Friday night before Nick Aldis came out and said, well, if Pretty Deadly could beat you in a match tonight, we'll give him a tag team opportunity. They got in the ring, went about 2 minutes. Give DIY credit considering they were in their street clothes, but Pretty Deadly was able to reverse the most devastating move in all of WWE into their version of the most devastating move in all of WWE. Roll up for a 1, 2, 3. Pretty Deadly did defeat DIY this way in order to get a tag team title opportunity. I do think Pretty Deadly is very entertaining in the ring. Do I expect them to defeat DIY and become the tag team champions? Probably not on their first go. But it's great to see them getting a title opportunity, considering the Motor City Machine Guns are also there on SmackDown, trying to get those title opportunities as well. There's a lot of teams in the SmackDown locker room that are in the tag team scene, so it's great to see Pretty Deadly finally getting the spotlight on them, and they're very entertaining, and they're going to be great. Win or lose, they'll be able to pull it off so well. That's the entertaining thing about Pretty Deadly, is they'll always come on, they'll always make you laugh, whether they're getting embarrassed or they're coming out and being victorious, and play their character and their gimmick the way it's supposed to be played. I can't wait to see when these two teams go 2-on-2 for those tag team titles. But at the end of the day, I was really happy to see that Pretty Deadly earned a tag team title match. It was silly, but it was well deserved. And that was WWE Hot Take Season 2, Episode 5. What's your hot take of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all of y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.